everyone, welcome back to RachandBellaCrafts. Hope you're all well. So for today, I'm going to show you where I'm at with my travel journal, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to bind my book, because I've got on all my signatures kind of semi-ready. I've made a start on them anyway, but I came to a bit of a standstill this week because obviously I print out my kits full size so that when I show you all the kits, you can see them on the camera, one thing and another. So obviously I don't want to waste them then, and I try to, if I can, to use the pages I've printed. So obviously I've printed them out full size, but the book that I want to use for the journal is not full size. It is, in fact, nowhere near full size. I don't want to cut the ends off because I want to keep the pages intact as they are, because I'm afraid I'm going to lose, you know, some of the character of what's on the pages otherwise. So I've kind of put it to the side all week, and that's why I was like playing with ephemera and just doing relaxing things while I was trying to not think about it, because I find normally if I don't think about it, it'll just suddenly come to me. So anyway, I'm doing cooked dinner and I just had an idea and I'm going to try it. Now it may not work, but I figured I would bring you guys along with me for the process just in case it does, because I wouldn't want you to say afterwards, oh, why didn't you show us what you were doing? So I'm not going to be talking through this because I'm going to really have to concentrate. And like I say, it may not work, so you may never see this video, but I really, really, really hope it does, because I think if what I can see in my mind, if it works, I think it will look really good. So let's get it. Okay, so you've watched the the mess I've gotten in and followed the journey of me putting this cover together. Probably thought quite a lot of the way along, what on earth is she doing? What mess is she making there? But trust me, I have a plan. Fingers crossed it's all going to come together now. Well, that's my story anyway, I'm sticking to it. So glue needs to go upside down, ready? Because we are almost ready to stick the actual book plates on. Now what you may have seen, I had to turn the camera off at one point then because I was rummaging in my lace, my box of antique lace, and I lose my head when I go in there, so I just needed to go and have an hour away and just think, because I couldn't decide what to put on there. But the actual book you saw me cut up. In fact, all that remains now is the spine, which I didn't really want on there anyway because it's got the word killer on it, so that wasn't quite the vibe I was going for. So what have I done since I've been away? So what I've done is I have got my old tub of gesso out again, and I have covered the book in gesso, and I've kind of like smeared it on and then like wiped it off with a cloth. It's just so that it's given it this kind of well-worn, dusty kind of look. And I've put some lace on the bottom and I've put some lace on the top, and that now is all ready to go on the front of my cover. We'll come back to that in a minute. And then the back one, I have added some lace to it. I did also start with gesso, and I've put some of this really old vintage fabric on the back, so that will sit there just so. There we go, should stay like that. Now obviously my thinking behind putting these book plates onto the book in this way is that it's kind of like part of my original plan, but it's not, it's slightly different. So the book is incorporated in the journal, but obviously it was never going to fit inside of this book, was it? So, but it's still part of it. It's there somewhere, you know? So I'm going to just stick these on to the journal, and then I will show you then what I'm going to do to finish. So let's get this out of the way a second. I just hope to goodness now that these will stick, because they're quite heavy. And I'm going to just trust the good old Fabri-Tac, I think, that it'll stick to this. And we'll keep it in place, because this journal is probably going to have quite a bit of a, you know, on and off the shelf kind of thing. Right, let's see if that's enough. Let us see. Now, the trick with this is not having to keep lifting it up off the book. I think that's about right there. Hopefully now that's in place. Oh, I feel the book feels more solid already. It's good. It's very good. Okay, so that's the back one done. Straight on there now, is it? Yes, that's fine. Right, and then the front one, I'm going to do the same here. Lots of glue. Isn't it funny how you start off with a plan and sometimes things just don't go the way you think they're going to go? This is why when you're doing your journaling and whatever you're crafting, really, you've got to be flexible and be prepared to move away from your original plan, because the trouble is I'm very much, sometimes I get stuck in my head. I'm like, oh no, I got to do it like this. This is what I want to do. And when it's just not going to work, I can't then... you know, don't get me wrong, I am a very flexible person, I like to think, but sometimes when it comes to like my head and my craft and I'm trying to think creatively, that's the word I'm looking for, I find it hard then to kind of like deviate from the plan. So yes, it's just remembering that it's all a work in progress, and plans change, don't they? Plans change, as they say. Let's get this straight on here now, so I do not want a wonky book blade. That would just be awful. Right, I think that's all right on there. Let's just work that into that now. Okay, so we've got the front and we've got the back. Pleased with that, the back looks great. Yeah, and then if you want to, you can add, I might put a pocket on there later on or something. I did cut one out earlier, but it wasn't the right colour, so I'm going to just leave it for time being. I'm not going to rush things on there. Now the front, I just need to add one more thing, and then I think it will be perfect. Okay, here she is, my beautiful pocket that was made for the front of this journal. I didn't know that until about 5 minutes ago, mine, but yep, she is now. She's made for the front of the journal. So I'm going to put her on like a pocket. So there'll be a pocket in the back, and then obviously inside will be another hidden pocket. But I just think it's quite a nice touch on the front of this journal. It was actually the flower it is. I just figured it would be really nice to have that on there, like so. So there we go. I'm not quite sure how straight all this stuff is, mind, because obviously I'm working with an empty book, which is not always easy, but I think it looks okay. I'm really pleased with that. Lots of antique lace. I can't remember if I told you all the story about this lace or not, because I know I did a video, but I don't remember if I put it on. I don't know, story for another day anyway. So there we are. So we've got a nice space saver journaling card, and then obviously we can open this up and utilise this should we want to. If not, I will just leave that like so. And there we are. It's just a hidden nod there to that book in the background. A beautiful spine there. And then on the inside, which I probably should have done before I put on the front, I just would like to very quickly ink the edges of my
that's the outside.
And then there is the inside. Excellent. I'm really pleased with that. Where are the signatures? Let's have a quick look at those in there. See if they go. Yes. Perfect. And then lots of room then. Gosh, this feels heavy already. Lots of room then for us to put all of our holiday paraphernalia. Amazing. Right, okay. So there we go. Journal cover done. Thank you so much for joining me for today in my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind leaving us a like, we would really, really appreciate that. And I will be back with you very soon, hopefully with more on the inside of this journal. All right, so take care and we'll see you very soon. Bye now.